Hi everyone, welcome to Dance the Story with Pittsburgh Ballet Theatre. My name is Marcella Day and I'm a teaching artist in our education department. Today we will be reading the story of Cinderella. Raise your hand if you've ever seen a movie about Cinderella. Raise your hand if you've ever read a book about Cinderella. Awesome, friends. So today we will be learning about the ballet Cinderella. Let's see who our characters are. So we have four main characters. Our first one, of course, is Cinderella. Next, we have the prince. We have the fairy godmother. And we have the evil stepsisters. So friends, today we are going to learn a different gesture for each character. So for Cinderella, in the photo, she has her hand on her heart. Can we all put our hand on our heart? Beautiful, friends. Next, we have the prince. And in the photo, he is holding up a shoe. Do you think you can reach your hand out like you're holding a shoe? Good, friends. Next, we have the fairy godmother. And I love how she has her arms up in the air. She looks so happy. Do you think we can bring our arms up and down in the air? Good. And then next, we have the evil stepsisters. And they're not very nice. Do you think we can maybe bring our hand up and turn our head away like they're doing in the photo? Let's practice. Good, friends. So every time you hear Cinderella, you will put your hand on your heart. Every time you hear me say the prince, you will reach out your hand like you're holding a shoe. When you hear the fairy godmother in our story, you'll bring your arms up and down. And then when you hear the evil stepsisters, you'll turn away. Good, everyone. Let's read our story. So, our story begins in Cinderella's kitchen. Once upon a time, in a faraway kingdom, there lived a father with 3 daughters. One beautiful daughter of his own named Cinderella, and 2 evil stepdaughters. Jealous of her beauty and kindness, Cinderella's stepsisters have forced her to be a servant in her own home. Oh no, friends. One day, an invitation arrives from the palace, inviting every eligible maiden in the kingdom to a lavish ball in honor of the handsome, charming prince. The stepsisters are overjoyed and put Cinderella to work on sewing and preparing their lavish gowns. On the day of the ball, the stepsisters departed with Cinderella's father, leaving Cinderella in despair. Oh no, I would be so sad too, friends. In the garden, like a mysterious wind, Cinderella's fairy godmother appears. Can we do our fairy godmother arms? Good, everyone. And the kitchen is magically transformed into a garden. With the help of the fairies of spring, summer, autumn, and winter, Cinderella's rag dress is transformed into an exquisite gown. I think she's ready for the ball. Before Cinderella departs for the ball, her fairy godmother warns her of one very important rule. She must leave the ball by midnight. At the ball, in the royal palace, the jester dances for the prince. And the ladies and gentlemen of the court, look at how high he can jump. Strange music starts to play, and a beautiful woman appears. It's Cinderella. The prince and Cinderella fall in love as the courtiers dance around them. But as the clock strikes midnight, Cinderella's beautiful dress turns into rags, and she must depart, forgetting to tell the prince her name and leaving only one of her slippers. The prince makes an oath. He shall marry the beautiful woman whose foot fits the slipper. In search of Cinderella, the prince travels the world in search of her. Cinderella is hopeful that he will come to find her. Sadly, he has no luck, and he returns home with a deep heartache. On his way home from his search, he stops at one last cottage, the home of Cinderella. Despite her stepsister's protest, Cinderella tries on the slipper, and it fits. The prince and Cinderella are reunited. They get married and they live happily ever after. The end, friends. Can we clap for our story? Now we are going to have a ballet class. So let's start with our feet together. Let's start with our hands on our hips. And let's wait for our music. Friends, get nice and tall. Let's go ahead, let's open our feet like a book. And close the book. Again, open our feet like a book. Good, this is first position. Let's practice our pliés. We plie on one. Stretch, plie, stretch, plie, stretch, plie, and stretch. Let's rise to releve, up on those tiptoes. Good, put your heels down. Tendu to change to second position. Ready, friends? Let's plie, stretch, plie, stretch, plie, stretch, plie, and stretch. Now let me see you rise to releve again. Good balancing, friends. Lower those heels. Tendu, let's change to third position. Heel to the middle of our foot. Let's plie, stretch, plie, stretch. Good, friends. Now let's rise up to releve. Making sure those legs are as straight as pencils. Good, lower back down to third. And let's tendu. Close in first. And let's finish with a nice round en bas arms. Good, everyone. Hands back on your hips. Let's practice our tendus. Tendu means to stretch. Ready? Let's stretch our leg out. We stretch out. Close first. Out. Close first. Out. Close first. Out. And close first. Other leg. Go out. Close first. Legs are as straight as pencils. Now let's try tendus to the front. Good, other leg. Good, friends. Now let's go ahead. We are going to practice our PKs. PK means to prick. So let's put our favorite foot in front. And let's find a little tap of the toe. Here we go. We prick our toe. Prick our toe. Prick. 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 Good. Close in first. Other leg. Let's PK. 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 And PK. Close in first. Beautiful, dancers. And let's finish with our en bas arms. Good, friends. So let's put our hands on our hips. We are going to practice our passe today. So passe is where we connect our toe to our knee and balance. Try the other side. Connect your toe to your knee and balance. Good, friends. Let's try it again. Let's find our toe to our knee and first. Toe to our knee and first. Good. Toe to your knee. First. Toe to your knee. First. Beautiful, friends. And finish. Now, friends, we have 2 jumps to work on. The first one is a saute, and then after that, we are going to learn an échappé. So with saute, we start with a plie. We saute in the air with 2 straight legs. Big jump. Plie. And stretch. Good, let's try it again. We plie. Saute. Plie. And stretch. Good, friends. Now, our next jump is an échappé. So we start in first position and then jump out to second position. It looks like this. We plie, échappé, and close in first. Good. Let's try that again. Out to second and first. Again. Out to second and first. Good, friends. Let's try it with music. Hands on your hips. Standing up nice and tall. Ready, friends? Let's do 4 sautés in first, and then 4 échappés. Ready? Standing up tall. Let's jump. We plie, sauté, plie, stretch, plie, sauté, plie, stretch, plie, sauté, plie, stretch, plie, sauté. Good. Now let's échappé. Second and first. Out to second and first. Out to second and first. Out to second and first. And finish. Great job, dancers. let's learn our Cinderella dance. So this dance is when Cinderella first enters the ball. So let's go ahead. Let's start in first position. En bas, arms nice and round. We hold 4 counts. We hold 1, 2, 3, 4. We step forward and put our hand on our heart just like Cinderella because we're so happy to be at the ball. And then we step and do the same thing on the other side. From here, we find a soutenu turn around and we land in first position. Let's do that again. So we step through, hand on our heart. Step through, hand on our heart. 1 soutenu turn. Land in first position. Now friends, this time we are going to do our échappé. So let's put our hands on our hips. We have 3 échappés. We'll saute out to second. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, hold 7, 8. Now from here, we have a tablier. Tablier is when we combine a tendu and a plie. So let's bring our arms to first position. We'll tendu 1, plie 2, tendu 3, close first. Again, we tendu, plie, tendu, close first. Now from here, we do a little tiptoe, also known as a bourrée. We tiptoe, arms up. We put 1 foot forward, show off our beautiful slipper, soutenu turn, and go to the other side, bourrée. Show off our beautiful slipper, soutenu turn. Now we bourrée in the center, little tiptoes. We step forward like we're saying hello to the prince. And then we kneel to finish our dance. Beautiful, friends. Let's try it with music. Great job, everyone. Let's go ahead, let's stand up. Let's take a curtsy or take a bow. Great job, dancing friends. See you next time.